Who You Are by Lex. I want to teach you the way of who you are, to know. Fate exists to a man who does not know himself. And in turn, fate also exists to a man who knows his place and purpose. The mind holds the key, but the will must be with it. And the desire is with it, it is strong, and the bond is pure through love or through passion. Passion can turn into hatred, or it can be lust. It can be an idea based on what the body needs. But if the mind is more powerful than the body's needs, the mind can say to the body, calm yourself. For I can use my words and speak rationally to get the things that I feel that I need. And I can accumulate in these things. Speaking of accumulation, let me tell you something. People may look upon me, and I am aware of what it is they see. I am projecting what it is I choose them to see, though. So consider that. I'm conscious of what it is I am projecting. So people say to me, you have a sly look to you, or you have a seductive, weird vibe. But what if I use those things to captivate and bring you to me, but I do it in a way of truth and honesty? What if I use what humanity has given me and I use it in my own way, in my own natural force of influence based on my knowledge, whatever knowledge it is I possess, to use to my creative influence? You all agree with this. This is who we are. I'm saying it because it's true. I'm agreeing with it because now I've been incarnated into this life completely as a man. Completely. I do not remember in my mind anything other than the telepathy that occurred with me. And for that reason, I know the true name of God. I know the true name. And people ask me, are you Jesus? Are you truly the Christ? I say to them, no. Christ has come. But you misinterpreted the message, and history was rewritten on you. So you did not receive what was yours. But through me, I was told by witness, through telepathy, that the reason we live today is all because of me. Now, he did not necessarily state alive, but he said live. Now, I know nothing in this world is worth living in if we are slaves. And I don't want to see any of you become slaves, because it is not right to be slaves. And it is not right for something so intelligent and creative and passionate as you to be in that slavery mode. Breaking free is not just from within, it's from understanding. There's been lies. No one could uncover the truth, not even me. I am 35 years old, and I'm only now coming into contact with this, to know who exactly it was I was and why it was so difficult for me to become who I'm coming into. I was taught the ways of the truth by inside of myself, and yet I had to lie. I had to become human. Under the duress of situation after situation, under the construct of situation after situation. We are forged in a mode in this world where we become liars and cheaters and stealers and thieves. And there's very few good people, truly good, honest people left. Good people will tell you honestly that they're good people, and you'll see it in them as they say it, but if you're so good, don't sacrifice your dignity just telling people that. People can feel, and you have to trust that they can feel what it is you give to them. Know your place in this. Have faith in them, and they have faith in you, and you take that with you, the faith. Otherwise, what is there? And that's the truth. The truth leads to God. The true name of God is in the truth. And there is no other before it. If it's not pure truth, then every other God is a lie. Say I'm wrong. Who dare say that I'm wrong? All these God's names before us all have very unique things to teach us. Do not take away from them what it is that they have sacrificed or taught us. But know that there is only one God, and the God that is true is in the truth. There is no other way. Truth is the only acceptance within ourselves, in sight of what God is, knowing truth, knowing our search for truth, knowing that is our bond. We search for truth, and we are part of the truth, and we are truth seekers. And that is why we manifest into reality. And that is why people look at us and know that we are brave. Brave enough to face the world and brave enough to interact with it. Build on it. Make bad decisions and learn from them. How do you know who you really are? You know who you really are because I can stop being slick. I can take away the conversation. I can change my accent. Talk like any old thing. I can easy, deepen it down, slow down what I say. Know me? Could be any old thing. I know what guys gonna tell us no more. Bill be Dallas, all those stuff. I could be anybody, could be anybody. When I have a voice like this. But nobody talks like that. Nobody talks like that. Nobody becomes too animated. If you're too animated, what goes through the mind of the other people? This guy's not serious. But I am. The animation that you can bring, if you can refine it and think on it hard enough where you really want to bring out the best in you. You don't just want to change through modes like a teenager. When you bring out the best in you, you're looking for traits that you like in life, and you're becoming those things because of through expression. Express them in your individuality by way of perception of the truth, not what you desire. And it's not necessarily what you want to try. What is in you, if not for the capstone first, the idea, and form a coherent thought around the initial thought. Become more intelligent right now. So if I put my voice into a mode that is like this, I can talk to you in a way where love and passion and brilliance resonates from it. It's the way that I want you to hear me because it is within me the desire of which to be true to you. So I emphasize it through me, and it becomes part of my facial and singular reaction, and it seems almost too much to be true because I know myself on that level where I know the projection through that I'm trying to accomplish, and I practice it on such a level of refinement that I do not necessarily lose so often. More often than not, I'm winning in this because my projection is shining through. The inner spirit is shining through. It's becoming refined. I could become in a scientific mode. I could talk to you like this, matter-of-factly. I could be in that mode where we just need to get through it. Whatever it is we're talking about, let's get through it very quickly. Yeah, sure, I understand. And I've been in these modes. But if I talk like that, how will you hear me? I have to have the idea formed and an agreeance of how it is that I will be perceived by others. Because I want to not waste my time in this world. I want to be perceived, and I want to understand what it is to be perceived by others. Perceived meaning I want them to think a certain way of me. So to guide them in that assistance of thinking a certain way about me, I am willing I'm willing. It's not that any of these things that they want are a part of me. I am willing to compensate to what it is of the way I believe this world acquires them to think. So if I feel that in my life I need more sexual attention, I can be extremely sexy. But if I feel that I want refinement, I can look extremely refined. In the sense that I am neither sexual and I am neither non-sexual. It is in between. The presentation that I am, that I bring to who the people want to see, is what they want to see, because I've considered everything that I can be. And I've considered what it is that they'll see in me when I project it. And that is how they will learn from my example, because I tell you the sophisticated, articulated way that I'm doing these things. There is not a lie in me. There's not a misevidence. There's not a misconstrued thought in this refinement. I can say it in a way that is clear. And if I even say something the wrong way, the teacher that I am is not afraid to say, wait a minute, I didn't mean it that way, and go back and change it. And there's nothing wrong with being wrong. We're humans, we forget, we fail. But if you're not true to your mistakes, if you can't own up to them, if you can't ever be wrong, and if your students think of you in any ill way for this, you teach them the truth. You teach them, we all fall, but forgive me. Forgive me and let me try again. Because that is what a teacher does. A teacher still has to pick themselves back up. And that is where leaders in the world will come together, where people will rise as individual leaders, one after the other, after everybody taking charge. And you will see a new world, because we see evidence of heroes. We see evidence of real heroes, because we're creating this world that we want to become. And the people in this world that choose against it and to be villainous, you must accept one thing I will say to you. If you're going to be going down the villain path, what is your true core nature of reason? Because if it is for money, you're already wrong. You're already wrong. Material possessions, even ones that you have to encumber over upon yourself, are not worth it, because refinement comes from truth. There is always going to be a need for a balance in this world. But let me tell you what breaks it. What breaks the villain, hero, and the villain that is actually the hero, or the hero that is actually the villain cycle. You can break it and have balance between all of nature if the good learn inside of themselves what is bad, and the bad learn inside of themselves what is good. And the bad that does not learn inside of themselves what is good is a liar. And any who are a liar and then are offered to learn and choose not to learn, choose not to have a conversation, choose to be violent, choose to show ignorance, I think that is what is afraid mostly in this world, of what things can happen because of that. Because in ignorance, it is contagious, and you will make others ignorant. But one who is conscious will see ahead and plan for ignorance. So let us plan for ignorance now, so that many are conscious of it. When ignorance is worn upon the temple of the one you look upon, the body of the individual, you can see ignorance within that person the moment you see them. But in good faith, we do not judge. And that is why we forget that we have ever even judged. It is so quick in the brain. But you have that immediate perception of what ignorance looks like. You have memories of ignorance. Consider them now. What does ignorance feel like when people are ignorant to me? I hate when people are ignorant to me. I'm saying it with you. I hate when people are ignorant to me. I hate when people are ignorant. People are so ignorant. Ignorant means to not acknowledge what is going on. And therefore, the quote is ignorance is bliss. Because you are so blissful and lucky, really, to be able to have such luxury to be in ignorance. But ignorance is not a key. Ignorance is not a gift. Ignorance is not bad, and ignorance is not good. It is a waste of time. It is a waste of time. That's what ignorance is. It's saying to the world that I choose not to do more about this particular thing. And with that person, you should not associate whatever that subject is. You should not associate whatever that other thing is until that person has made it known to you in behavior or an example that they have changed. You cannot waste your time trying to change every single person. Life will find a way to change them, and you must have faith in that. But you can be an example and tell them, even in so, that I am going to be a good example. And I'm not going to do that because I do not want to be that karmatic resolution where then others follow that lead. And then I am penalized in faith, and I am penalized in honesty, and I purge myself from the truth. I will not do that, so I will lead good example, because that is karmatic resolution that I will achieve, and that'll be upon me, and that is my faith. My faith is in good. I want to live in good. I don't want to live in jail. I don't want to live in filth. I don't want to live in foreign. I want to live what feels like home. What feels like home? Home feels warm, where you are not cold. Home feels like honesty, where no one lies. And you say to yourself, maybe that's not what my home feels like. That's because you do not know home. You have been lied to. You do not know home anymore. These fabrications all around us are fabrications because of our perception. The truth is in the perception. The perception is in the truth. But if you teach one person the truth and not everyone cannot be on the same example. And nobody can do this but me. Nobody can prove to you that these things exist, because nobody believes in what I believe until I believe it, and then you believe it. And the only reason that I believe in the things that I say, and I know it is safe to say these things to you, is because I have a witness, and I have witnesses I believe. And I know the name of God, and I believe in the spirit of truth. And I am here to teach you every way, and I will have you master them. I will have you know the way so you stand straight, so you are full, so you are filled with love and goodness and kindness to each other. And so you know it's okay to be feminine or masculine, so you know it's okay to be passionate and with each other and good to each other. And so you know strength and courage and righteousness, but all resonate first with what is true and what is fake. Do I want to know fake, or do I want to know truth? So which pill are you going to take? The red pill or the blue pill?